Hello everyone, I'm Abida Rasheed here and welcome back to my kitchen. We will be learning how to fry fish in the typical Malabari style. A little spicy, juicy and very delicious. We're not going to use many ingredients, the minimum of ingredient and the maximum of the flavor of that particular fish. See, there are many varieties of fish and every fish has its own flavor. You know, mackerel has its flavor, seer fish has another flavor, prawns a different flavor. See, that is what we should get, the flavors of the original. I don't want to put so much of spices and that and this and turn away that flavor what God has given in the natural process. So I will give you a very simple method of making fish fry. And it is a very, very lovely, or whatever words, I don't know what to use. It is a very good recipe and I've attained it with 32 years of practice and I found out the best powder for the application as well as the style of frying. I'll be explaining to you everything about the fish fry. So let's start. For the marination, I'm using this fish fry marinade, a special powder curated by me. Yes, it's called the smell, the color, the flavor, everything is very different from the normal powders that you use. It's available in 150 gram pack as well as 400 gram pack. I think you should try once. Or if at all you are not having this, you can use the normal chili powder. To which I'm going to fry one slice of fish. So enough powder to coat the fish. And that will be quite good enough. A sprinkle of turmeric, very less. And then enough, for this I need powdered salt, I cannot use rock salt. So enough salt. And the technique what I want to talk to you about in frying fish is, I don't want you to use water. Normally in Kerala what we do is, we mix this powder with enough water to make it a paste. Instead of using water, I would recommend to use nice coconut oil, not very highly flavored, originally perfumed coconut oil to mix the masala to the fish. Enough oil just to make it into a thick consistency to just apply it on the fish. This is the consistency what I'm looking forward for. See, the powders are very different from region to region. When it is away from Kerala, I think the powder used is more coarse. But in Kerala, normally we need it very thin powdered masala. So in case you don't have this particular masala, I would recommend you to buy anything which is a Kerala-based masala. See, in this, it is very simple. I've just added a few varieties of chili, which chilies have different flavors actually. There are many branded, something from Gundur, Satyamangala, there are many type of chilies, Kashmiri. So all these are blended and then formed into a powder which is very aromatic, which is color oriented and flavor oriented. And that is a particular masala mixed with coconut oil is going to be applied onto the fish. It can be any fish. It's nothing that you have to spend a bomb on the fish. Even the smallest of fish is the same masala that we follow throughout. See, just apply it. I think fish doesn't need much marination because the tissues are very soft and it doesn't have so much power to take in the marination. About half an hour is quite good enough for a fish. And I would never prefer you to marinate the fish and keep it in the fridge and use it when you like. Rather, you want to keep your fish in the fridge, just put some water, a little more than the fish, let it sink in the water and keep it covered and then refrigerate it. That gives, and later when you want to use the fish to fry or something, allow the ice to come down to room temperature. You should allow the ice to come down by itself. Don't pour lots of water on it so that ice melts off faster. No, let the ice go away and you get a better flavor for fish. Otherwise, you get a bad flavor. The freshness is normally lost when you put it in the refrigerator. Whenever you want to eat fish, it's rather better you buy fresh, apply marinade and fry it immediately. Okay? And buying a fish also, these fish, when they are big, the seer fish especially, they taste better because they have a lot of fat content. So the fat content and the flakiness of the fish is what makes it more expensive and more flavorful and one of the best fishes. So even if the sardines also, you apply the same and you fry, that also gives a very good taste. And when you cut fish, normally when we fry in seer fish, we normally have the darn cut. Darn cut is supposed to be the round after the stomach, between the stomach and after the stomach and the tail. Between the piece, they don't have that hole. You get the whole piece like this. So that is called the darn cut. And maybe when you buy 1 kg of fish, then normally you get about 10 darn cuts. And whenever you buy fish, don't buy the smaller fish. Buy the bigger fish because they are more mature and they have more oil content in the fish. And it flakes and it is better to taste is better in that sort of fish. See, okay, I've applied this masala marinade here. See, and whenever you take fish out of the fridge or wherever it's cold, the masala tends to cling because this is oil and oil suddenly gets cold. When the oil gets cold, the mix normally tends to become thick. So if at all it happens, add a little bit of hot oil, just massage it with a little bit of hot oil so that the thickness of the masala is evenly on the fish. Make sure that it is even, the masala is evenly spread on the fish, evenly spread. Everywhere there is masala. I don't want lumps of masala here and there, evenly spread on the fish. See, the spice level is not very high. If you want to reduce spice level, you can reduce, but it needs a good coating to make a very good fish fry. I marinated the fish for about half an hour and I think it's ready to fry. So let's fry fish, to which I'm using a pan. It's quite heavy. I got it made for my fish specially. It is a copper and tin mix. And I casted it. I wanted the weight. See, normally try to use something which is very heavy. Maybe a non-stick, I cannot say no to it. But if people do not have that, if your pan is on steel or something, I don't think you can get the correct consistency, the frying, the coloring, etc. But the more heavier the pan is, it gives a better quality of the product. Okay, so let's start frying. Once the pan is hot, add in very little coconut oil because we've already used coconut oil on application of the fish, and that oil is going to get oozed into the pan. So that will be enough. A little more of oil maybe we'll have to add. Okay? A little, I think it's a little more. Yeah, this will be fine. I don't want the oil to smoke. I just want the oil to be hot because the oil what you have added here is not hot, and if this is too hot, the tendency for the masala to brown or to overcook will happen. So we are very careful. See, I just need that oil to be enough hot, just to hold the fish. A little thicker cut is better. If it is too thin, it keeps the breakage will be more. And this particular fish is quite a huge one. I think there's a lot of oil oozing from the fish itself. See, I poured very little oil, but there was enough oil which came out, and very low flame. As soon as you put fish into the coconut oil, there's an aroma coming about the coconut oil and the fish. It is something very nice. Try to cut the fish very firm, not make it very thin slice, because it's very difficult to turn it around once the slices are very thin. Yes, let's put it. You can see even after using, taking so much care, there's some part of the chili powder is getting into the oil. See, because I'm using a golden color pan so that you can understand what I mean about it. Not to burn your masala. See, even after all using such a thick pan as well as taking so much care, there is the masala going away and getting it burnt. So I want you to reduce flame to the minimum, but it has to cook inside also. It will take more time, but it is a larger fish and there is more oil content in the fish. It will take more time. So till the fish is cooked, we cannot afford to burn our oil. So keep turning the oil in to out. I flipped it to the other side. Okay, the fish is cooking quite well. See, I have not added any ginger, garlic, nothing. Jeera, pepper. People normally tend to add whatever masalas near the hand, they tend to add everything into the fish or whatever curry. It's not that. You have to really feel the real flavor of the meat what you're going to eat. Okay? Yes. Now I do the gimmicks of flavoring my fish. It's a tendency, if you have this in hand, keep poking into it. Don't do that. Wait, give it time for it to slowly cook. Okay? Meanwhile, garlic normally is good because when you eat fried things, you normally tend to get gastroenteritis. When garlic is added, I think it reduces that burning and all that. So let's use a lot of fresh garlic. So to use garlic, I prefer it to be crushed immediately. Don't use the ones which you have the garlic ginger paste. Instead, just crush your garlic. If you don't have this also, you can just press it with your knife and get it crushed. Or you can just put it in a mixie and get it crushed. Okay? The garlic should just burst from its skin. That's all I want to do. I just want the garlic to burst. I don't want it to be pasted. Every garlic has to just break or burst. Yes. Okay. Now I'll turn around the fish. My fish was also in the fridge because I took more time in doing this dish. See, that is why that thickness of that is what happened here. Okay. Now we will add in Lots of fresh garlic. See, this flavor is now going into the fish. The real flavor of garlic is being transferred into the fish now. And then goes in the curry leaves. In India, we cannot cook anything without curry leaves. Just, I'm giving it a burst so that the flavors come out well. Okay. Rather than using it as a paste, this is a better form of using it. See, in this case, if there is less oil, if you feel there is less oil, we can add in some more oil also. The garlic is also getting cooked. And the flame is very low. I have not increased the flame at all. Fish is with a garland of curry leaves and garlic. And I think you should eat these garlic also when you're eating the fish. You could just eat it like cashew nuts. Garlic tastes so good after it's fried in coconut oil. It hardly takes about 5 to 10 minutes to make a good fish fry. And it's a very good combination with ghee rice, the Malabari ghee rice, or maybe anything like chapati, or you can eat it just like that. It's normally served as a starter also. So the size of fish, you can cut it according to the size if it's a starter. Yes, see the smoke is coming out. No, it is cooked on the other side. I will just turn it around once more, not many times. I will break the fish if I put it many times. And some more garlic for the top. See, all the oil what I have already given is been absorbed by the garlic and the fish. See, there is no residue here. Nothing is stuck. And this powder is edible. They taste very nice. The residue here on the sides, they taste very nice. When we were young, you know, what we used to do is after they finish frying fish, we take our rice, go near the pan, put it in the pan, mix it up, and that rice is flavored with that fish fried masala. I still remember eating it with my mom. Yes, our fish fry is ready. Now we will shift it to a good platter. Yes, the fish fry is ready. See? Lovely Aikura porichadu. That's what we say in Malayalam. Yes. Now I will garnish with loaded with garlic and curry leaves. Let's see the fish. Yes. All this has to be eaten with the fish. That curry leaf, the garlic. I mean, you can throw away the skin of garlic, but the inside of the garlic is very nice to eat. And yes, the Malabari fish fry is ready. Do enjoy making, eating, and sharing with your loved ones. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe for me and do try making this. Put your queries if you have to. I would answer your queries and I wait for your comments. I would love to read them. And see you all until the next class. It's me, Abida Rasheed, signing off.